welcome to Spikey Saturday number 21 on the Mana League. I'm John, as always, and today we're finally going to be doing Fate Reforged Cons Draft. It's been a while, but it's finally here, and I'm finally ready to jump into it. I've done a few paper drafts by now, and I've done a couple of drafts of this just on my own. I like the format, although I do find it to be a little bit more princely, meaning that the rares really kind of decide the game. It's whoever plays their bomb rare first tends to win. But it still seems like a fun format overall. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit sick today, so I might be a little bit more gravelly than usual, and I will also be muting the microphone and pausing the recording here or there to mask sneezes and coughs and etc. So I apologize for that, but I wanted to get the video out anyways. So I'm going to jump into this queue, and I will see you when the draft is up. Alright, hey everybody, we're in, and let's take a look at our rare. We've got Dragon Scale General. It's not quite on my list as a true bomb. It does do some really fun things though, especially in the right deck, preferably something kind of red-white, low curve. I do like it quite a bit. We've also got an Abzan Kinguard, which I've been pretty happy with. Aven Surveyor is great. Bathen Dragonfire is great. The rest is all pretty eh. So my strategy so far with this format has been to do my best to stay a monocolor through pack 1. And then if I must, take an enemy color. So if I'm white, I want to be looking to take black or... what's the other color? Black or green. No. Red. Yeah, black or red. That way I can go into 2 different clans by the time the cons packs comes around. But I ideally want to not even go into a clan. I ideally want to just stay in 2 colors, maybe splash a third. So I'm going to take this Dragon Scale General. It's quite good. It's 1 color, and I'm going to look to try to stay white, assuming good white stuff comes my way. Doesn't look like that's going to happen, though. We have a single white card, and it's bad. It's very bad. So in this pack, we've got Noxious Dragon, which is okay, Reach of Shadows, which is amazing, and probably the pick here. You just don't get this kind of almost unconditional removal in this format. Looking at other stuff, there's nothing here I really want. Looks like somebody took the rare, and that may have been the sole good card in the pack, outside of Reach of Shadows. So, I think we're going to take this Reach and see where we go. Alright, so in this pack we have that Abzan Rune Mark again as the only white card. We've got a black-white duel. If I ideally stay my 2 colors, the duels become a lot less useful. But who knows if that's going to be the case in this. I don't like any of these cards. Will of the Naga is okay. It can do some pretty good things. Formless Nurturing is okay, but this pack is bad. Really bad. I haven't played with Fearsome Awakening yet. Maybe I'll give it a go. But wow, this pack is bad. Wow. Alright, we'll take that Fearsome Awakening and see if maybe the packs get a little bit better, please. Alright, what do we have here? Well, we've got some white cards at least, and we've got a really good one in Sandblast, which is probably the pick here. Aven Surveyor, quite good. But I'd prefer to support this Dragon Scale General while I can. Black, there's nothing here. Sipsig Host and Diplomacy are both bad. Lodeside Mystics is okay. Just as a 3-2 for 4 with Prowess. The enchantment thing, you're probably not going to really use that at all. Maybe if you happen to have a siege and they destroy your siege somehow, but it's pretty out there. It's really just a 3-2 with Prowess. But Sandblast is solid removal. And it's easily the pick out of this pack, I think. It would be on par with Aven Surveyor if I wanted to go blue, but I'd prefer to stay black-white as much as I can here. Well, there's a black-white land. We do have a Warflare. If I splash red, Warflare is really good. Probably better than Rush of Battle, I would say, outside of the absolutely insane Black-White Warriors deck. The fact that you get to untap the creatures, the fact that it's instant is just incredible. White cards, there's nothing here worthwhile. Black cards, nothing worthwhile. So I think I'll take the Warflare. We'll think about going Mardu, but preferably black-white, splash red. Channel Harm, I've yet to be super impressed with. I've yet to see it played. I have taken it, but I haven't played it. I feel like it's way too expensive, and I'm just not sold on it at all. We do have a Harsh Sustenance, which I really like, and it's in our colors black-white. We have a Soul Summons, which is pretty meh. I'm just not a big fan of the Manifest only with absolutely no bonus cards. So I prefer to take the Harsh Sustenance here and just continue pushing black-white, I think. Alright, so in this pack we have Pressure Point or Sage's Reverie. Looks like blue could be open. Whisk Away and Reality Shift are both fantastic, but they're a little bit far from where we are now. So Sage's Reverie just isn't that good. Basically, it rewards you for playing a lot of auras, and you don't want to be doing that ever, really. Although I did hear an interesting idea of using these rune marks on Whirlwind Adept, 4/2 Hexproof. Because an aura on a Hexproof guy is pretty good, but that seems pretty narrow. So I think we're just going to go with Pressure Point. It's okay. We'll play it if we need to, but it helps us cut weight a little bit more. So nothing really here for us. Another Whisk Away. That's pretty crazy. Sultai Rune Mark. No. Sibsig Host. No. I think we'll take the Goreswine here. We may very well splash red. And it's totally playable. It's a nice aggressive creature, so yeah, let's take it. Yeah, nothing here. Right into Being is one of the Manifest cards I like. Blue really feels open. Let's keep pushing the white, though, I suppose. We will take the Arishan Cleric. I think Lightning Shrieker's just not good. I don't want to put that in my deck. So yeah, we'll take the Arishan Cleric and hopefully get rid of it somehow. Rune Mark is the pick, I guess. I'm intrigued by Dragon Rage. I just don't think it's good, though. Giving all of your creatures fire breathing plus the mana to activate them all once seems okay, but I don't really want to waste a card in my deck for this. So I think we'll just take the Rune Mark here and probably not play it. Well, almost definitely not play it. Ancestral Vengeance seems okay. It doesn't quite seem as good as I had hoped it was, but it still seems okay-ish, so we'll take it. Well, not much here for us. We've got a Sibsig Host or a Lightning Shrieker. I'll take the Sibsig Host, and I don't want to play that, so let's take it out right away. Let's also take that Cleric out right away. So I'd like to stay black-white, but I'll go Mardu if need be. I will take the Great Horn Cruciak, I suppose. It's playable if you really need to. Neither of these are for us, so let's take Dark Deal and get rid of it. Well, I'm black-white, so we know what we want. We want chiefs, we want good warriors, but I'm pretty happy with Dragon Scale General, Sandblast, Reach of Shadows. Last pick, Sage's Reverie. That is how bad it is, let me tell you. Alright, cons packs, let's see something good here. Don't make me kick myself for not going blue. Oh, well, I'm not kicking myself for going white. High Sentinels of Arishan, one of the best rares you can get out of cons. That's a snap first pick. We've also got a Merrick Nightblade, which is pretty good. Not much after that, unfortunately. Not much after that for black-white. Splashing red either. Splashing green, if we went Abzan, we've got Longshot Squad, Grizzly, Jungle Hollow. But High Sentinels is the easy pick here. Such a good card. Oof, another really good rare for our colors. Grim Harspec's also quite good. Plus a Ruthless Ripper, plus a Smite, plus a Scavenger. I would like to get the Ripper or the Scavenger or the Monsters back. I don't know if I will, though. But I have to take that Harspec. It's so good. Well, we get a Rakshasa Death Dealer. We could splash green and just say goodbye to red. There's nothing else here for us, so I mean, I'm pretty okay doing that. Warflare is good and all, but Death Dealer is much better than that. So hello, Abzan. I'll definitely want to pick up a couple duels. I'd still prefer to stay black-white main and just splash for this guy, although splashing makes him a little bit less good because you're not going to be activating him over and over and over and over. But he's still okay with just one pump or one regen. Well, the rares keep passing, but that one's not for us. We're not going to splash all the way into Sultai. What else do we have for us? We've got a Nomad Outpost, which is 2 of our colors. We've got Sage-Eye Harrier. Not much, really, so I think we might just take the Nomad Outpost and use it as a dual land, or maybe if we fall back into red, we could use it. Nobody wants to take the rares. Okay. So there's Keru Lichlord. So, not much for us. We've got an Unyielding Krumar, which might be the pick, or Mardu Charm if we wanted to fall back into Mardu. That's tough. I don't want to waffle too much. I don't want to take cards that I'm just not going to play if I don't get them. I mean, I guess I'm not really married to that Death Dealer. Is a Charm and a Warflare better than a Death Dealer? Probably. Yeah, let's take it. And then green stuff shows up. We'll see. I think I'm going to fall Mardu, though. So we've got a Smite or a Scoured Barrens. I'm going to take the Smite, I think. What do we have here? Skull Hunter, perfectly fine. Alright, let's throw that red back in. Warflare. And I guess Goreswine. We do have a Nomad Outpost. That helps me decide red over green. And as I was saying, you know, I guess it is less powerful if I'm just going to be splashing for the green. You know, making it a 4-4, that's okay. Making it a 2-2 that can regen, that's okay. But without the explosive that you can get by going solidly black-green, I guess maybe it's not quite as good. What do we have here? A Keru Bloodsucker or a Sage-Eye Harrier? Well, I don't like either of those. Whatever creature you control dies. Is that going to trigger that often? Well, maybe with the counters and stuff it could trigger a bit. And it's a creature, and it's a 3-drop. We'll need those. Yeah, let's take it. Well, we've got a solid green card in Longshot Squad, but I think I need to let that sail away. So I guess we're looking at Bitter Revelation, Erase, or Rite of the Serpent. We've got Reach, which is a better right. We can pick up the sideboard Erase at some point, probably any point we want. So I guess I'll take the Bitter Revelation, and I still may not play it. I really would need some creatures, though. I'm sitting at 8. I prefer all of my playables that I take from now on out to be creatures. And actually 7 once I cut that Death Dealer. Nothing here for us. So let's take the... I don't even know. I'm not even afraid of any of these being played against me. We don't have any... Well, we do have a flyer that we can block with, but let's take the flyer. Lamasu, I'm not going to play. Secret, I very likely will not play. So I guess very likely is better than will not. So let's take it. Yeah, I'll take a Sage-Eye Harrier now, I suppose. I'll take a Firehoof Cavalry, but I'm not playing it. Swift Kick, sure. Island, sure. Alright, so let's cut this Death Dealer. I think it's just not splashable enough. Especially since I picked up no other green, and I did pick up that Mardu Charm, plus the Warflare, which is great. Howl of the Horde, no thanks. So we've got a Horde Chief, a Feat, a Burn Away. I think I just have to take the Horde Chief. I need creatures pretty badly. As much as I'd love a Burn Away or a Feat, I need the creatures, and I want to take them where they're guaranteed, which is when I'm looking at them as opposed to when they might come back. So we'll take that Horde Chief. What do we get here? We get Warname Aspirant, That's pretty good. That's going to push me more into red, though. Other than that, we've got a Bondkin. Well, let's push into red a little bit more and take Aspirant. Oh, what do we have here? End Hostilities, quite good. Monastery Swift Spear, quite good. Arrowstorm, quite good. Mardu Warshrieker, all the good red cards. The unfortunate thing with pushing red is it makes it much less viable to be 23 spells, 17 lands, which you can do if you're, you know, basically 2 colors. Wow, I don't know what to take here. I mean, Swift Spear's the creature. End Hostilities. I guess I'm not really the End Hostilities deck. I don't have anything on the high end that's gonna be able to come out after I wipe the board. So Swift Spear, Arrowstorm. I guess we'll take the Swift Spear. That's really gonna push me into the red, but whatever. Let's take it. Hateblade, Valley Dasher, Bondkin. I think we'll take Hateblade. We're white-black primary. Gives us a 1-drop. Seems fine. Trumpet Blast, I guess? We're not really the Trumpet Blast deck with this few of creatures. But it's the only real card here. Molting Snakeskin? No, I don't want to play that. Well, let's take Trumpet Blast. Gonna need to make some cuts, too. Let's take out Pressure Point. Let's take out Ancestral Vengeance. I'm not a big fan of it, as I said. I had higher hopes than I think it really deserved. Fearsome Awakening. Yeah, I said I was interested in playing this, but I don't think we're going to play it. I don't have anything that I desperately want to pull back out of the graveyard. Maybe the High Sentinels. Maybe the General, but let's take it out. Well, there's the sideboard erase if I wanted it. I think that's going to be what I take. Yeah, let's take it. Well, there's a Raider Spoils, and that'll help my creatures be a little bit better than they are, so let's take it. Don't think I have that many warriors. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are you? A wizard. 6. You a warrior? 7. Your soldiers. Well, I guess I've got enough warriors, right? Plus the +1/+0 is just pretty solid anyways. Alright, what do we get here? Well, we get a Throttle. And Throttle's pretty good. Throttle's pretty good. It's no Reach of Shadows, but it's pretty good. Otherwise, we've got a Jeskai student. I don't terribly care about that. Let's take the Throttle. And I don't think I'm going to see any more creatures around, so we are unfortunately going to be a little bit creature light. I'm not going to play any of these, so let's take the rare, I suppose. Act. That's a possibility. I'm not a Trumpet Blast deck. Let's cut this Trumpet Blast. Act is a possibility. I don't think I'd play it, though. Maybe over Rakshasa Secret. Yeah, let's play it over the Secret. Play it as a card that'll help us finish, maybe. I guess another Sage-Eye Harrier, but we're not going to play it. Valley Dasher. I'll see if there's a spot for it. Snakeskin, no. Scheming, no. Mountain, get out. So, is there a place for that Valley Dasher? I don't know that there is. He's a Berserker? Yeah, he's a Berserker. Well, I could cut the Bloodsucker. I'm not a big fan of it. Could just cut the Great Horn Cruciak. Also seems pretty bad. Let's pull that Harrier back over. Yeah, let's cut the Cruciak. That's really light creatures. I'm not a fan of this deck. But we'll see how it goes. Let's throw in the Outpost and get some basic lands in here. 6, 5, 6. Seems like a lot of red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. That does seem like a lot of red. Oh well, I think it should be fine. Let's add it to the deck. So yeah, I don't want any of that black. I don't want any of this white. You're a cleric, I imagine? Yeah, human cleric. You're a berserker. Abzan rune mark, no. Yeah, I guess that'll be our deck. I'm not super happy with it. I mean, I've got some good cards in Dragon Scale General, High Sentinels, but I'd really prefer to have some more creatures. But we'll see how it goes. I'll submit the deck, and I'll see you guys for round 1.